Yesterday, I had plans with my neighbor to help her set up some hangers for her plants in her yard. Something I figured I was doing for free, but then she later said I'm getting paid for. I ended up doing 30 minutes to 40 minutes worth of labor, and I was paid $20, which I'd say is pretty good. This whole experience brightened my day significantly. I got to use a power drill, which I always tend to enjoy, but I also got to feel useful and helpful. On top of that, I was compensated with money. It made me think a lot about how feeling useful is a very valuable part of feeling like a part of society, like a person. If you don't feel useful, you probably won't feel very connected with the rest of the world. If you don't feel occupied, you will be so bored that life is kind of unbearable. As weird as it sounds, it's valuable to be preoccupied, to have things going on. Even though all of us seem to strive for having a lot of free time, it's really easy to squander what little free time you have. I think occupation also helps a lot with contentment, something that I think many of us struggle to find. There really never is a true state of contentment, but you can strive towards contentment by being occupied. I spend a lot of my time doing jack shit. Nothing. Fuck all. You get the idea. I think if I spent more of my time doing things in general, it doesn't even have to be valuable things. If I just spent more of my time doing things rather than sitting around and kind of wasting away and thinking of things, then I would be a lot more content with my life. I think also getting a job could be very valuable for this for me. I have tried in recent and not succeeded. I spend a lot of time alone in my room. It's quite unpleasant, really. I fear going outside because I fear socializing with people and I fear their judgment more than anything. I used to not be like this. I used to be very comfortable with the judgment of others, but now I find that I am often far too fearful of these things that I rarely even leave my house or leave my comfortable spaces to go do things I actually want to do. This clinging towards comfort is not healthy for me, and it's not beneficial, and it's been slowly killing me, I think. But it's very hard when you don't feel connected to everybody else, which is how I have felt lately. I kind of feel like a separate entity, and I always get the impression that people are judging me, but they're not telling me. That there's some distaste or dislike or some judgment here that I'm not being told of, but then people deny it, and they say, no, you're great, you're amazing, and then I think about it, and I happen to notice that I'm rarely ever invited to things by these people that say I'm so great. I have to be initiating these interactions, and these other people aren't initiating anything with me, so I can't help but feel I'm right. It kind of hurts. The lies, they hurt more than people just being outwardly hateful to you. People cast more judgment upon you when you're not even there. I find myself having distaste for social interactions more and more. There always feels like there's something off. I feel like people know something about me that I don't even know. Like I've got some sort of heinous past, or they know some secret that I don't know is out there. Maybe it's just my paranoia, but it's still disturbing. It makes it hard to socialize with anyone. It makes it hard to trust anyone. And I think it's kind of linked to recently I've lost a lot of close friends for a variety of reasons, both people moving away, me moving away, and also just falling out. It's very hard to come to terms with these losses because unlike death, it's completely within your control that these people left. You could have done something so that you could maintain the friendship. I chose not to, and I guess I have to live with that consequence. I feel like I have no true friends in this world anymore. And this leads back into me saying that the only person I can really rely on is myself, because I've lost any other reliable people in my life. I used to have a lot of people I could call on, literally and metaphorically, but those people are mostly gone. And I imagine it is my fault. I'm not exactly the kindest with the people around me. I feel as if I'm being punished for this, and I may be. Maybe I deserve it, but it's hard to reconcile with. I'm not used to being this lonely. The world feels very cold right now for me. And it's weird, this loneliness gives me this overwhelming feeling of physical coldness too. I feel frigid right now sitting in my chair in this room with a candle on. I feel cold, and yet it's a warm spring day, I'm sure, but I feel chilly, and I think it has to do with my mental state more than anything. I think I need to follow my own advice from my previous videos and get back out into meeting more people. It's just very hard to get back on the horse once you've fallen off, especially now that I'm about to graduate. It feels kind of pointless to go make a bunch of friends with college kids, but it's not like I'm leaving the town I'm in. I could still hang out with all these people. The future looks bright to me, though. I'm excited to be done with this, because it hasn't felt good for a while. When I first came to this school, I felt really good. That's why I made that "College is that cool" video. That and I was really bored at home. I hope you go out into the world with the eyes of a newborn. See the world without judgment. Make plans plenty of friends. Have a good day.